Okay, so I'm trying to like fix the light. Trying to. That doesn't quite work. It looks kind of cool. Looks like I'm being interrogated. Okay. Okay, so I'm being interrogated. Amber, what happened to you 10 years ago, in early June? Well, sir, I don't think that's anybody's business. Except for me and the Lord's. Considering that, oh god, it's such a story. It's like a 6 hour long story. I'm not gonna bother you with it. And it's just so different, and like people can't tolerate it. And you know, the thing about people not tolerating, like, let's say, slightly out of the norm things, what the fuck is your problem? Don't you want to like experience the mystery of life? Like, don't you want to like hear other things besides like I watered the plants today, honey. I did my taxes. People are so into stuff like that. Like they just eat it all up, and you know anything out of the anything out of the norm. Really, I should finish my sentences before I speak. Anything out of the norm, and you get in serious trouble. Like low key, people start hating you, start gossiping about you because we're all gossips. You know, you're like the next big thing in the watering hole to talk about. But God, it's so bright. This is actually a police baton because I'm the person, one of the people that I'm living with, is an ex-cop. And he's like so disciplined. He's ex-military, he's ex-cop, and I'm like so undisciplined. Like in every way, shape, and form. Hold on. Sorry, I smoke cigarettes. Tobacco is wacko, kids. So basically, basically, he. I forgot everything I was gonna say. It's gone. You know, a funny story about that. Oh, I remember now. Yeah, things are out of the norm. Okay, so all my life I've had a lot of visions, and I've had like a lot of like. Talk about it, miss. Um, I've seen a lot of aliens, sir. Uh, Actually, it's a big deal in my life, and they come up to my windows at night and huddle around, and they move faster than we can perceive, and time makes no difference to them, sir. Don't get me in trouble. I actually was talking about it with an ex-boyfriend, and he actually called the cops on me for talking about it. I was at the doctor's office once. Everything was going normal. I just went in with this issue that was really mysterious, and basically what had happened is that I started blabbing about how I believe in aliens. She did not like that. She did not like that. She actually called the cops on me. I'm not even kidding you. They took away my rights. I was ushered off to a mental health facility, and they lied about it because they said nobody else was going to be involved. Like, I was just going to go into a waiting room, and then I was going to go home. And really, it was a cop that opened the door saying, "Okay, you have to come with me, ma'am." And he had his hand on his holster, and it was just really scary. And I started crying, and he started saying, "Do we need to sedate you?" And I'm like, "No, sir." I actually didn't say no, sir, because I would never say no, sir, to a cop unless they're a nice cop. But I have a big mouth. But hold on, I gotta smoke. Tobacco is wacko. But it's just easier. So yeah, I was at like this doctor's clinic, and that happened, and they released me, and the nurse actually thought I was pretty cool. But the whole ordeal was a lot longer than that. It was a lot more intrusive, like with the violations that actually occurred. It wasn't just a sob story that I'm like garnering for attention. Everybody thinks that like when you're kind of creative or you're kind of like out there, one, people think you're always lying. Two, people mistrust everything you say. Three, your opinions are no longer valid, which kind of goes along with they mistrust everything you say. And it really sucks. But anyway, I like to tell ghost stories. God, I have so many stories. My family's actually being haunted by a ghost, which is, you know, normally I don't. I actually am kind of a critic. Like when I hear about ghost stories, I'm like, that's bogus. You guys are out to lunch. But honestly, kind of believe everything considering that we had actual direct contact with this ghost. And I see like lights flying around a lot, and just like twice something flew off the mantle and it didn't make sense for it to be touched, and it flew across the room, and it messed with our TV in like a way that was very different. and it messes with electronics. And like, I I was sleeping one night and I had not fallen asleep yet, and I don't know if I should tell this story or not, but I'm kind of truncating it. But something like touched my arm and it kissed me on the lips, and when it touched me I could feel like this heat flowing through my body, and I could feel like this insane amount of love, almost as if I had taken ecstasy or something, like flow through my arm up, radiating throughout my body. And it kissed my lips and it was like hot, temperature hot, and it like flooded my body with like this feeling of love. And he said, "Now Amber, don't freak out, I've been here a long time. I'm here." And I freaked out, and it happened again the next night, and after that I haven't had anything quite like that happen. But we've just had a lot of experiences, like when my mom, yes sir, I'm being interrogated, um do I look pretty at least? I'm just kidding. God, I'm blanking so bad. Jesus, hold on. Oh, my mom, probably in her mid 30s or something, in an apartment in Ohio. She that's where it went down. She it was being followed around by these orbs of light, and nobody believed her when she finally started talking about it, except she was living with my older brother, and he was younger at the time, and he started seeing it, and he didn't want anything to do with it. He was scared. Orbs of light, they would wake up in the middle of the night, and this giant orb of light would just be hovering over their body and face, and then zoom away real fast. So I believe. Not all things are credible. A lot of it's horseshit. But there's something out there that watches us when we can't see it. Ooh.